What's up, guys? Monday rant day, as I'm calling it. Listen, I've got 7 things that you need to not do if you're doing it. If you are doing this, I'd love it if you comment below and so I can just shout my issues upon you in the form of my comments. Number 7, intentional pacing. In California, we have a lot of traffic. And what that means is people don't like to let you into their lanes. They think this is their little protective safe space. The reality is that you need to move to the left if you're going faster than the rest of traffic, and slow traffic should move to the right so that you don't get in accidents and make the traffic worse than it already is, because traffic is horrible. I spend so much of my time in traffic just because of people not going faster. And intentional pacing, what is intentional pacing? Intentional pacing is when the car next to you is speeding up or slowing down to either not let you in or not let you off of the freeway, either into their lane or off because you want to get out of the fast lane into the slow lane. It happens constantly. And last point on this one, and I'm talking specifically to the people who do this. If you're watching this, stop it. You're not the hall monitor of the road. The police are the hall monitor of the road. Your job isn't to do their job. It's basically like being a snitch. In fact, when you are trying to intentionally pace or prevent people from changing lanes, you cause more accidents. You're creating a dangerous situation. That person that wants to drive fast, he's just gonna get in his lane that he wants to go and he's gonna be gone from you. You don't have to worry about him anymore. But your righteous indignation where you think you're gonna like slow everybody down, we're all gonna be nice guys here, we're not gonna take anything that doesn't belong to us. It's a road, it's a paid for public road. Get out of the way, stop trying to police it. You're not even a police officer, you're a hall monitor. You got your little red, you might as well go buy a red sash that says 6. Not knowing how to drive in the rain or in weather. Okay, this one really pisses me off because it always makes a kind of tough situation even worse and makes your day even longer. In California, when it rains, because it doesn't rain very often, people drive very slowly, and this causes traffic to back up. It took me 20 extra minutes just to get to work today than it normally takes me. That's crazy. If you couple that with a more dangerous situation like snow or ice and people don't know how to drive in that, and it happens all over the place. I was in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was negative 13 degrees. It's like one of the biggest snows of that season. And there was literally in a 2-mile span that I had to drive on the freeway to work, there were 4 cars that were just 100 yards off of the road that just spun out and just kept going because there's lots of flat land out there. It's crazy if you live in an area, particularly like somewhere with snow, and you don't know how to drive in that environment. Number 5 should be higher, but there's so many more worse things. Not knowing how to merge. I've done this multiple times on the vlog. There's the Long Beach Town Center. We always go to it. And there's a spot where you get onto, what is it, Carson, before you get onto the 605, where no one knows how to merge. And what do I mean specifically? When you have a main thoroughfare, and you got a little piddly road off to the side, and it's got this little right angle kind of swooping turn, and a little bit of runway to get them onto the main thoroughfare. That's for speeding up. It's not for going halfway through it and then stopping, waiting for everyone to slow down to let your precious little flower car in. You're supposed to match traffic. Your job is to speed up so that you seamlessly integrate and no one even knows you're there. That is your job. If you slow down and wait for the most, almost inopportune moment to gun it and try and cut people off or get in the way, you are horrible. You are slowing everyone down behind you, and you're screwing up the flow of traffic for everyone on the main thoroughfare. It is horrible, horrible. Stop it. Please stop it, because when it happens, you can't do anything when you're stuck behind that person and all they want to do is just sit there. No, I'm just waiting for there to be an opening. There's never going to be an opening. It's a main thoroughfare with a merge lane because there isn't going to be a stop. You're constantly going to be bombarded with traffic. You got to speed up and you got to go. 4, cruising in the fast lane. That's right, Salty Shellback, cruising in the fast lane. The fast lane isn't the fast lane. It's the passing lane. If you are not states like Jersey, you can give Jersey a lot of shit. The Jersey Turnpike. Go on the Jersey Turnpike. There's no one in the passing lane unless they're passing. If you are not passing traffic, you shouldn't be in that lane. They have enough wherewithal not to sit in those lanes, not to get into those lanes, start locking in at 60 and hit cruise control for the whole thing. I understand when there's bumper to bumper traffic, you can't do anything about that, but if there isn't, and this happens all the time in California, people still camp out in the carpool lane, camp out in the fast lane when there is no traffic. you're just slowing, you are creating traffic. You are literally creating the situation that causes the morning traffic, afternoon traffic, and the what the hell this is Sunday at 3 p.m. traffic that all of us have experienced. It's because people are in the fast lane, in the carpool lane, not passing. If you want to drive 65 and people are passing you, get over to the right. Move to the right. Now this is, if it's a 2-lane highway, that's a whole different thing. We're talking about a multi-lane highway. Got it. So number 3 is just dangerous, and people do it, and I just don't understand how it keeps happening. In California, I don't know, I've seen it in other states, there's situations where you've got two lanes that turn left together. Light goes on, they all go left. And inevitably, I'd say probably 20% of the time, one of those cars just goes into the other lane. They start in the leftmost lane and they end up on the rightmost lane. Or start in the rightmost lane and end in the leftmost lane. 20% of the time this happens. I don't understand how it keeps happening, because people literally are getting in accidents every day because of these situations. Because people just, they don't even see the reflectors on the ground. The little braille lines that the city workers have put in, like, hey idiot, this is your part of the road. Stay on your line. Stay in within, you know, like you used to color, stay within the lines. That's all you have to do. This isn't difficult. This isn't rocket surgery, as we like to call it in the rocket. What are we, scientists? Are we rocket scientists? Something like that. Anyway, listen, this isn't difficult. Stay within your lines. And if you don't have the wherewithal not to understand why, like I honk at people that cut me off when they do this number, and then they go, give me one of these. Like, you should know what you just did. Like, this is insane. This is your city. I'm not even in, like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not in a big urban environment. I'm talking like small little cities where this one turn, this always happens. Honk at somebody and they give you one of these. Like, what? You know what you just did. Don't you? Do you not know? If you don't know, how? Okay, now we're getting serious. Number 2. Not turning right when you are in the rightmost lane and there's plenty of space for you to move your car along the curb to get up to the point that you can turn right. This kills me. Okay? You have the regular right lane, right? That's up next to the painted line, right? Those cars stay to the left. They're staying to the left because they know there's enough space to the right of them to allow you to pass and turn right. The fact that there are people who are out there that don't know the dimensions of their car, the widths of their car, not the widths, the widths of their car, to get to the point, to get into the intersections that they can turn right, is mind-numbing. Mind-numbing. And so they'll sit there, and there may be a car or 2 lengths behind the intersection, and you know full well, because I'm sitting in a 4x4, and I know I can make that. I'm like, yes, I can, let me do this. I'll go. Let me go. Let me go. Like, I have actually, there has been so much space that I've actually thrown a wheel up on the sidewalk and drove around them and turned right. And again, I get one of these. Because I'm the dick. I'm the dick who's like, I can't do this. I can't hang anymore. I can't even at this point. This particular one is insane. Because, now I get it. Listen. Maybe I'm just in the statistical situation where I'm dealing with a lot of people who this is their first car, or this is a new car to them, and I just happen to be the unlucky person that's behind them, and I'm just statistically reshuffling the deck of new people. I'm just getting stuck behind different new people with new cars, right? Not new drivers, just people with new cars, new to them. Maybe that is just the statistical probability, the likelihood of this situation happening, but it feels like it happens all the time. It feels like nobody understands what the dimensions of a damn car is. Another 20% are like, we're just gonna sit here. We're just gonna sit here. The light just turned red, we're just gonna sit here. Go! Just go! Go! And so we end up waiting, light turns green, and we go. We just waste a bunch of time, a couple of minutes that we could be on with our life. And I'm not even driving aggressively here, understand. I'm not speeding, I'm not swerving around, I'm not doing anything like that. I just want the roads to work in the way they were designed, and the laws state that they should work. Okay. Hopefully you all know what this is. I bet you know what's gonna just fly out of my mouth. not using the turn signal. I can't tell you how many times I'm on Johnny on the spot, I'm about to turn left onto a smaller street, and I see a car coming. Car's coming, they're going fast, like they're moving fast, and it's like they're out there, and it's like, it's kind of moving fast enough that I wouldn't jump out on this. Okay, but whatever, they're going straight, because they don't have their signal on. And then they start precipitously slowing down as they come up to the light, and then they turn right. Had they had their signal on, I would have been gone, I would have been on my way. Nary the two paths should have met. I wouldn't have been a danger to them. They would not have been a danger to me. Oh. See, because what this is extreme unconsciousness to the social norms, and to the point of them saying through their action that their time is more important than my time. Because they just have to announce their intentions with the legal requirement that they're supposed to activate their turn signal. It's a legal requirement in California. Just turn your turn signal on and go, buddy. Just go about your day. I'll work around you. Don't worry. You don't have to assume what I'm gonna do, or think that your time is more important, or I gotta keep my little buffer here, I gotta make sure nobody gets in my space. And maybe that's not even it, right? That requires a level of consciousness kind of like above what I'm talking about as a conscious driver. This is like a level of unconsciousness to the point of neglect. Like, they are so neglectful of not only themselves, but everyone around them, that they will just drive this thing, and then whatever happens, happens. Like, Jesus take the wheel, because I obviously have no intention of telling you what I'm about to do. The turn signal exists because it's a lot more effective than putting our heads out of the car and going, I'm gonna turn now! I'm gonna turn! And then, like, the hand signal stuff, yeah, the hand signals work. I used to do hand signals when my 67 Mustangs turn signals used to go out, but that's another story. They exist for a reason. They come standard on every car and motorcycle for a reason, because they work, and people know how they work, and they make sense, and it's not very complicated. It's one thing if you're in the rightmost lane and you turn on your left turn signal and then you turn right. You just haven't figured it out yet. It's a complete other thing if you turn on your signal and you don't turn on your signal and you just turn right and you just go. You think you are so much better than everybody else, and that, I think, is what drives me the battiest. One, you either are like just wallowing in your own crapulence of how cool you think you are, or two, you are like willfully neglectful. Like you are just a negligent person, a negligent driver, and those two people. Two separate and equally despicable camps. A bundle, a basket of deplorables, if you will. Two baskets. Two baskets. Guys, that'll do it. I didn't even have anything to drink to do this, and now I need to drink because I've got myself so worked up from the rain today. Driving in the rain, I got to deal with, what was it, 6? Item 6, man, got me this worked up. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. I'd like to know what you think your top 5 worst habits are of driving. I would love to hear that. Post in the comments below. If you have not already, subscribe. And I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up or share on the socials, your socials, whatever they may be. That would be great, guys. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you tomorrow.